My name is Amina. I come from Kadaira, a small village near the Sahel, where the wind cuts through the dust like a blade, and the nights are quiet enough to hear spirits breathe. I was 20 when I met Koumba. He came from Deen, a village not far, but one we didn't visit much. People said they practiced old ways, quiet, secret things. Things our elders told us not to speak about. But Koumba, he was different. Tall, dark-skinned, with eyes that never looked away. He wore his babou plain, dyed deep red like blood clay, with an old leather charm tied to his waist. He never smiled fully, but when he looked at me, I felt seen, like I mattered. We met during the harvest dance. He didn't dance, just watched from the shadows. I should have known. We started meeting in secret, by the old well, near the acacia grove. He brought me dried mango slices. I gave him bracelets I made from sisal and shells. One day he said, "Come see where I live. I want to show you something." I told my sister I was going to fetch firewood. Instead, I followed him. His hut was far, too far, past the last baobab, past the termite mounds that looked like small graves. His home stood alone, the only one near the dried-out riverbed. No one should live that far. But I didn't care. Love makes your feet walk past sense. The hut was strange, low to the ground. No smoke hole, no cooking pot outside. And behind it, a mound of earth, like something had been dug and covered again. I asked what it was. "Just a place for herbs," he said. We sat on a mat made of cowhide. He gave me milk, sweet but bitter at the end. My head felt light after drinking it. He told me stories of shadows that live between trees, of things that only come out when you forget who you are. His voice was calm, but I remember now, it didn't blink. His eyes never blinked. Before I left, I saw something. Behind his hut, near the mound, the earth had cracked. A bit of something poked through. A cloth, bright yellow, just like the wrap worn by Ye, a girl who disappeared from our village last year. I didn't say anything. I just left, but I came back the next day, alone. This time, I brought a stick and started digging where the cloth was. It wasn't a herb bundle. It was a girl, or what was left. Her hands were tied with goat tendon. Her eyes had been replaced with white cowrie shells. Her mouth sewn shut. I screamed, but the wind ate the sound. Then I felt it, a hand on my shoulder. I turned. Koumba stood there, holding a knife carved from bone. "You should not have looked," he said. I ran, fell, got up, ran again. I didn't stop until I reached home. My father saw the blood on my leg, the terror in my eyes. I told him everything. He believed me. The next morning, he and 5 elders went to the hut. It was gone, not destroyed. Gone. No hut, no mound, no footprints, just a circle of ash and 2 cowrie shells sitting on top. For days, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw her, the girl in the earth, her mouth sewn shut, the cowries, the knife. People in my village noticed. They stopped laughing when I walked by. My aunt said I had brought shame, running off with a boy from Deen. But my father, he believed. He said there are things older than our rules, and sometimes they were the faces of people we love. But I didn't feel strong. I felt stupid. I asked the elders, "Did you find anything?" They said no, nothing but ashes and 2 cowrie shells. The oldest among them, Baba Khalifa, sat me down. His face was wrinkled like old bark. He said, "This is not new, child. In every generation, he returns. He changes his name. His hut moves, but his hunger does not." I asked, "What is he?" The elder said nothing at first. Then he spoke in Wolof so soft I almost didn't hear. "He is Dugul, the walker, the one who trades life for power. That night, something touched our compound. The goats bleated wildly. One was missing by morning, but that wasn't the worst part. At dawn, someone screamed. By the cooking stones behind my mother's hut, someone had drawn a circle in ash. Inside the circle was the missing goat. Its eyes were replaced with cowries. Just like the girl, just like Ye, just like what was almost me. I wanted to leave. My father said we couldn't. If we ran, it would follow. Instead, Baba Khalifa told us what to do. We must return to where he last stood, to the ashes. So that night, just before moonrise, we went, 5 elders, my father and me. They carried gourds filled with black powder, ash from old sacred trees, a bowl of goat blood, a string of beads worn by the dead, and me, because he had marked me. When we reached the place, I felt it cold, even though it was a warm night. The ash circle was still there, but this time, there were 3 cowrie shells. He was counting. Me next. The elders drew new circles, sprinkled the ash, chanted words older than words I knew. Then they told me, stand in the center. If he comes, don't run. Face him. My hands were shaking. My legs wanted to flee, but I stayed. And then I heard the wind change. No birds, no crickets, just breathing, heavy, slow. Behind me, I turned. It was Koumba, but not really. His eyes were too black, too deep, like wells with no bottom. His baboo hung loose. The leather charm was now stitched with fingers, small fingers. He stepped into the circle. The ash flared red. The elders shouted. He reached for me. I remembered what Baba Khalifa said. If he touches you, he can take your voice, your will, your soul. So I did the only thing I could. I screamed. I screamed every word I knew. I called my mother, my ancestors, the spirits of the ground. The circle exploded in light. He vanished. In the morning, the ground was cracked. The cowrie shells were burned black. We never saw him again. But they say, in the village of Ndine, another girl has gone missing. Months passed. The village tried to forget, but I couldn't. Some nights, I still dreamed of Koumba, not the monster, the boy, the one who brought me bracelets, the one who made me laugh under the neem tree. I hated myself for missing him. Then one day, a traveler came, a woman. Her name was Fatoumata. She wore a yellow wrap around her waist and cowhide sandals covered in dust. She said she came from a village near the salt plains. She was looking for answers. Her daughter had vanished. Left behind was a cowrie shell and a drawing on the wall of her hut, a circle with 3 lines inside. Baba Khalifa brought her to me. He said, "The curse follows those he touches. You were touched. You are the key." I didn't want to hear that. I didn't want any part of it. But when I looked into Fatoumata's eyes, I saw the same fear I once had. So I agreed to help her. We went back to the ashes. The elders gave me an old drum. They said, "Beat it with your truth, with your fear, with your anger." I didn't know what that meant, but I knelt in the circle, and I played. Boom, boom, boom. With every beat, I remembered what I lost. The laughter, the love, the girl in the ground. I cried. The tears hit the drum. Then the wind changed. I knew he was near, but he didn't come as Koumba this time. He came as my brother, Abdu. He had died in the floods 2 years ago. I saw his body with my own eyes. But now, he stood before me. Same smile, same birthmark. He opened his arms. "Amina, come. It's safe now." I almost believed him, but then I saw it. His feet were facing the wrong way. I screamed and threw the drum at him. It hit his chest and burst into flames. He shrieked like a hyena. His skin cracked. Smoke poured from his mouth. And he disappeared. Baba Khalifa said I had passed the test, that the curse could not trick me again, that I had seen through the mask. But something still feels wrong, because that night, when I returned to my hut, there was a bracelet on my mat, the same one Koumba gave me the first day we met, and tied to it was a fresh cowrie shell.